Will this be the last season for The Godfather of Harlem? That's the question that has to be asked. Why? That question has to be asked because we have finally seen Frank Lucas on season 4, episode 2 of The Godfather of Harlem. We know where he stands in the beginning. So if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to reveal too much to you, but Frank Lucas and Bumpy Johnson get off the shaky terms. Another reason that we have to bring up this question of will this be the last season for The Godfather of Harlem is we know the story of Bumpy Johnson. Now that we know the story of Bumpy Johnson, we clearly see that Frank Lucas comes into the picture. A lot of people know about Frank Lucas because of American Gangster. A lot of people have known about Frank Lucas before Bumpy Johnson, but we all knew that Frank Lucas was the driver for Bumpy Johnson, and according to the movie, he was near his side when he had passed away. And then we also know how the movie American Gangster went on to follow the life of Frank Lucas. Other reasons that we need to think about this potentially being the last season for The Godfather of Harlem is if we go back to season 1 of The Godfather of Harlem and we see how Bumpy Johnson is slim and he's in shape. Now, in this 4th season, time has passed. He is older. He has gained a little bit more weight, and we are noticing subtleties about him as far as his health. We all know that Bumpy Johnson was suffering from bad health when he had passed away. Obviously, he was older, so things are catching up to him. These are also signs that we have to pay attention to. Now, something else that will kind of make you think this is the last season of The Godfather of Harlem is looking at the character arc for Frank Lucas. Now, what I mean by that is, no, we have not seen the character arc of Frank Lucas in The Godfather of Harlem. However, we have seen American Gangster, all right? And from seeing this first episode of season 4, episode 2 with Frank Lucas on there, we could tell that, as I mentioned earlier, Bumpy Johnson and Frank Lucas did not begin on good terms. To go into a little bit more detail, Frank Lucas is a snake, somewhat, but more of a hustler and more of a survivor. When it comes to the relationship with him and Bumpy Johnson, now he's disloyal. But as we've seen in the first scenes for American Gangster, Frank Lucas was very loyal to Bumpy Johnson. So that is a huge character arc when you try to connect those two stories.